I was studying modern languages at Cambridge University, and this friend of mine came up with this piece of blotting paper, which had been impregnated by who knows how much LSD. And I took it, and on the acid trip, I picked up its camera. I started playing around with it, and you got this intensification thing happening, and then the framing. And a few days later, I was back in my friend's room, and I realized there had never been any film in the camera. I was the only photographer outside of the unit photographer that was afforded access to the set. So I think Jim, and maybe he said to me, you know, we can't have you on as the unit photographer, Mick. He said, because you're not a union member, but you can have the access. But that also meant I didn't have to be there at 7:45 in the morning. I didn't have to be there every day. I could float in and out like the Sugar Plum Fairy. I didn't care if I made money or not. I just wanted to be there. Tim was the face of Rocky Horror. He became that character. I've got a whole set of pictures of that where I actually lit it with electronic flash and did various setups. Those are the ones that are the strongest, the most iconic, like the Clockwork Orange one. But the girls I did quite a bit of stuff on too, in special setups. And then, of course, the dancing when they're all in the gear, it's very colourful. Barry Bostwick was a young, serious actor. I mean, I look at the pictures and go, yeah, Barry Bostwick, fabulous legs. I was so zoned in to the picture that all I could think of waiting to get Tim or Richard away on one side, or even Meatloaf. I did a bunch of very cool pictures of the Transylvanians. I did the famous group shot of them. They all seem to get on very well. The energy, and I think that's what does come through. There's that great energy there. People often say to me, you know, how come you got all the best pictures? But my answer is, I got the only pictures quite often. I was the only one there all the time, and there was no competition. For me, it was a fun experience, but it was with my peers. It's with people I loved. I wasn't some outsider coming in there. I was from the inside. I was very lucky. Lucky in my intuitive sense of the period. It's hard to explain it today, that very hip, kind of rock and roll-y, fashion-y thing that was a bit under the radar. It's also about, you know, a certain attitude. I mean, men could be camp. I mean, you could be like a, you know, a straight gay or a gay straight, or whatever it was, you know, you could mix and match and it was all right. Nowadays, it's just fantastic entertainment. You know, it doesn't seem to get old. I still love it, and it's such a brilliant collage of all these different elements. What's important is that Rocky Horror lives.